Well, hello, my beautiful gems. This is Maria from The Guided Gem, and I'm here to do a general reading, a collective reading for all of you. Today is Sunday, my beautiful gems. I hope you are doing well. I did receive some messages, and this I think is going to be a reading about relationships and cycles. There's a big reminder here for some of you out there to stop repeating the same cycle. And I've been getting this very, very strongly. This is why I had to jump on here to give this message to someone who needs to hear it. The emotions with the King of Cups here, the King of Water, it is a very, very, very emotional time, and this is due to all of the planetary shifts that we're going through. We are in the Pisces season as well, and if you are a Pisces, not only happy birthday, but also just understand that your emotions are really on high vibration right now. You may be very, very sensitive to even the slightest word that someone says to you, and you're making it such a big deal, and you're in your head about it. And I feel that this is what you are needing to understand at this time. Stop repeating your same pattern. Stop repeating the same cycle. You know, if you don't make any changes to your patterns or to your habits, then there's no change that's going to come out of it. But there's a need to end those cycles so that you can manage your emotions and to learn how to deal with them. A lot of you are suppressing emotions, holding back emotions, and others of you are just expressing yourself to the point where you're not even making sense. You need to just slow down, take a few breaths, and allow yourself to really understand what it is you're feeling. And you know what? Because of the planetary shifts and because of all of the changes that are going on, if your emotions are extremely heightened at this time, then I think that it is probably a good idea to step back, give it a couple of days before you address the issue, and to really give yourself the time to kind of feel it, to understand it, to digest it, right? And then we have the King of Wind. So we have two kings here. Two kings, which indicates that you are really in charge, in power, or maybe you're dealing with someone who is really very authoritative and very, very strong with their words, and are talking to you, and you're really needing to deal with these emotions. Maybe you have someone who is trying to put you in a corner and to demand things from you, and now this is you being at a hyper sensitive time in your life, and you're needing to not overreact. You're needing to just take a step back, maybe take a break of some kind, and to really understand what it is that you need to change in order to deal with someone who is maybe a little bit more demanding, maybe a little bit having power over you. Okay? This is not specifically a Pisces reading at all. This is collectively. So put yourselves in whatever role you fit in, and just understand that if you are dealing maybe with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you may be finding that you're not getting your answers, and you're becoming more demanding, and you're becoming very adamant about them giving you what you want, and it's not happening. Just understand that they are going through a very, very difficult time at this time. So just give them space, and when they're ready to come out, they will. Because don't forget, you're dealing with someone that has a king energy, so they're at your level. It's just that right now things might be a little bit more difficult for a water sign. Okay. Oof. So let's see. Yeah, look at this. I'm going to call it. This has to do with relationships. Absolutely has to do with relationships. You may be in a current relationships, and right now it is at a point where you're either considering maybe ending a relationship or solidifying this relationship. But it is difficult to kind of get to that point because of the emotional overbearing emotions that you're going through right now. Now, if you are maybe an air sign or have strong air prominent in your chart, I'm going to say that energy of wanting something now, your way or the highway kind of energy is not serving you at this time. This is, that habit or that energy that you need to make a change on, because this is no longer serving you, and especially if you're dealing with some sort of very emotional water sign. Okay, so what I suggest is that you if you're listening to this reading, and if you know someone who is probably like that, share the video. But you're needing to find a little bit of compassion or some sort of empathy, and to find or choose better words to get your point across. I'm not saying that you don't need to make your point, just find different words to get that point across, and I think it'll be better received. Okay, for some of you it has to do like with children's and separating assets and separating custody and figuring out who's going to have the children, what day, what time, whatever, trying to get yourselves organized. I'm getting that a lot of you are leaning towards shared custody, and it's difficult because someone is very authoritarian and someone is very, very emotional. So these two really have to find a way or a language that they can speak to each other, because this is going to be very, very difficult. And the challenge is to turn that page and change the cycle, because the way you guys are going at it right now, you're not going to get anywhere with this at all. So I hope that you'll find your language to get through it. And if you are starting to, if you started a relationship and again, you're not speaking the same language, I think it's because with having two kings here, I feel like I'm just for some reason getting like your past experiences are coming into the picture. And even though you each have your own families, it's sometimes very difficult to blend two families with two different families, and to really make everyone be on the same page, and to really blend things in a smooth way. Now, if that is a difficult task for you guys to do at this time, maybe because there's two separate upbringings, or for some reason I'm getting distance for some of you, maybe because you guys are at a distance. If you have small children, they might be going to a certain school and the other ones are going to a different school, and like no one wants to change school, and like some of them might have a year and a half left, or whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's a challenge in blending those two families. Again, don't be so adamant about it. Don't be so emotional about it. Just take a break, take some space, and you don't even have to decide right now this time, okay? Take your time and just understand that things will get clearer when the shift of the planets starts shifting, okay? We're actually getting out of Pisces season, so that should help you as well, okay? Okay, Spirit, boy. Somebody needed to hear that for sure. Options, illusions, with the Seven of Water in the reverse. I feel like you're needing clarity. You're needing to have that communication, but again, the communication has to be the same language. I feel someone here is communicating a little bit too harshly, and the other person is just very emotional about the whole thing. Okay, with the Three of Fire, Three of Wands, and the High Priestess here, I'm getting that there's a need for the one that has prominent air in their chart to really hold off and don't share everything that comes to your mind. Don't share everything that you just need to hold things in your pocket. Like, in other words, like, just find different words. You got to find some way to express yourself in a more calm way. Okay, the Three of Wands here is saying that the one that is more prominently water sign or very emotional in a connection here, I feel that you're waiting for things to happen. You're waiting for your ships to come in, and I think that in the past there has been a lot of like illusions and a lot of confusions, or a lot of different people like putting in their personal opinion, or like confusing you and creating like a lot of I'm getting fogginess. So I'm getting that if people were just giving you their opinion and it just confused you and blocked you from making some certain decisions, well, I think that this is now clearing up, and I think that you're able to see clearly for yourself at this time. And this is why that whatever it is that you desire, you're going to be able to express it. You're going to be able to request it and understand what your emotions are. And this is going to come to a completion. Okay, so that's really, really good. And if you were dealing with something from your past and a lot of things were hidden from you and secrets being held, well, you know what? This is all being clarified now. Everything is going to be clarified. I'm getting for some of you, this includes anything that had to do with custody battles, court cases, family assets, legacies, all of those things. That cycle's coming to an end. I feel like these two powerful kings here are finally going to have that conversation that they need to have, and they're going to clarify, and things are going to be settled. Things are going to be revealed. Anything that was hidden from you is going to come up to the light. So that is actually a really, really good thing. Okay. Anything else, my beautiful spirit team? Let's see. I'm getting for some of you that there's something about a home. There's something about a home, and I have the 9 of Fire here, which is the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. But I am getting something about a home. I didn't want to get distracted. The home meaning that something about the homes. The home has to be. I'm getting boarded. So maybe there's a foreclosure on a home. For some of you, it is you needing to settle down in a home. And I think that you're exhausted because everything that you're trying to achieve, I feel like you're being pulled in so many different directions, and this is exhausting you. So if this is the case, I think you don't need to share your plans with anyone. And I think you just need to make your own plan and focus on that. Okay, what's most important to you right now is making sure that the family's okay, even though there might be some sort of ending and separation. I think that you are trying to do the right thing and making sure everyone gets settled, and at the same time I feel like you are needing to settle yourself, but I feel like you're just thinking of everyone else and forgetting yourself. And if that is the case, then I think you need to take a step back and to make a solid plan and to keep your plan to yourself. Because, you know, if people find out that you're trying to do something for yourself and, you know, investing in yourself, whether it is financially, materially, or whatever, they're going to say, well, hello, why are you investing so much in yourself? What about us? And at this time, like we talked about at the beginning of the reading, is that, you know, that pattern, that old pattern is no longer serving you. That is something that you'll need to change. And you know what? The more you keep things, you know, to yourself, the more that you'll achieve and the more you'll be successful in achieving everything. And I'm not saying that you're going to neglect family, children, or, you know, partner, like ex-partners or anything like that. I think you are just going to recalibrate yourself, rebalance yourself, reground yourself, and allow yourself to do the right thing, because you are essentially a king and you would always do the right thing. It's just that you've allowed people to cloud your judgment, to doubt yourself, to do things that you would normally not do, for example. So now you're needing to reground, recalibrate, and get yourself back on track and do what you would normally always do. Okay, so that's coming in for you guys, and that's a really good thing. All right, so I'm going to get an advice card and we will leave it here. All right, spirit team, let's do this. The advice for the collective. Anyways, my beautiful gems, I hope this helps you in some way. And if it does, by all means, let me know in the comments. And if you think someone could benefit from this, do share the video, like, share, and subscribe. All right, spirit team, what is the advice? Wow. Cornucopia. So if you take the advice that was given in this reading, what's going to happen is that you are going to receive cornucopia. Cornucopia talks about abundance, about harvest, about everything that you plant, all the seeds, all the plans that you make, you will have a lot of rewards. Okay, you're going to reap what you sow. So it all starts with you talks about having great communication, having that clarity, changing old cycles, okay, speaking the same language, holding information to yourself, and make a plan. Because if you wait upon everyone else, and if you wait for someone to be ready or to give you this or give you that, like, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to get burned out. You just need to do with what you've got, make the plan, hold it to yourself, and just keep going. And that's when things are going to start changing. And if you notice, this is card number 11. And 11 is about new beginnings. It's about that change. It's about starting new cycles. And if you are planning to go into a relationship, I think that the relationship will thrive so long as you clarify. Not only clarify, I feel like there's a need for this communication, and just understand that you're both at the same level. So it's not that one needs to be more demanding, authoritative, or anything like that. It just needs to be a language that both of you understand. So if one is extremely emotional, shy, or sensitive, can you imagine saying like, okay, so what are we doing? Like, are we moving forward? Are we going to move in together? Like, whatever. Are we going to blend these families? This person's going to be like having the fear of their life and like probably shut down. Okay, so that is not the right language. You're needing to maybe lay things out on the table and say, hey, okay, you know what? These are my thoughts. What do you think? You know, and then this gives the emotional partner to say, okay, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing. Can I have some time? And then you'll have to respect that. And now you guys are at a point where you will have that clarity. You will have the plan, and you will bring in those shifts, right? And you will have cornucopia, because working together with that kind of communication, it is absolutely going to be successful. Okay. Well, there you have it, my beautiful gems. I'm going to leave it right here. And until the next time, I'm sending you love and light. Bye for now.